Welcome on into Brown Table, everybody. Please take a seat. In case you don't know me, my name is Josh Halprin. I'm joined here by Aaron Weiskoph, and we're going to break down week one. Aaron, let's get into it. What were you thinking about Ravens Chiefs?
I mean, first of all, we got to talk about Taylor Swift. I mean, that's all it's about. Have you seen the hype video that had Taylor Swift
That was,
appear, why,
that
seven
was
times?
terrible, dude. That was
And
terrible.
what defensive MVP, TJ Watts in there once, Lamar Jackson, who's playing in the game in there once or something like that.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
I don't
crazy.
know, man. Look, we're actually watching the game over at my buddy's house, and two of these kids, I had no idea who they are. They like bet on an over under of like 3.5 for Taylor Swift appearances per half.
Oh, per half. I
Per
bet they both
half.
hit
It was
too.
like the line was 3.5. But
Oh
Kelsey
God,
had a
this is
pretty quiet game, so like they
can't do
didn't
anything
really get
about
a
it.
chance
Just
to show her very much. Thank God.
um, yeah, it's fine. All I gotta say is there was a team that did beat the Chiefs opening week, but it's not the Ravens, not for everybody.
Hey, I do got a name though. Isaiah Likely balled out.
Breakout season. On the topic of Isaiah Likely, his last play, first thing I thought of, KD against the Bucks, toe on the 3-point line.
Yeah, yeah, I saw the memes. That was pretty disappointing.
I mean, I mean, first of all, I was mad. I want free football, so I wanted that sucker into overtime. But
Well, dude, they were going for
that's
two anyways.
football. Oh yeah, that's John Harbaugh.
They
That's
were
all he
going for
does.
two
Both the
anyways, but
Harbaughs.
like I don't know, like it really I think it's really funny to see like the switch that we've seen in Patrick Mahomes, where like everybody went from loving him and being like this dude is awesome to then like just hating on him and his family, which is like totally warranted. Like I'm one of the personal haters myself. I made the switch and I'm proud to make the switch,
Yeah,
but I just think it's kind of a funny thing to watch.
he's just the new Brady because everyone kind of was like, "Oh, Brady, that's undrafted or the 6th round pick taking over." Like, it's a good story. Same with Mahomes. Yeah, he's a 1st round pick, but no one really knew who he was. He was kind of under the radar, and then he explodes, and then he wins. And once someone wins, you don't like them. It's like that with any sport.
Yeah,
So
I don't know. I
yeah,
just think, do you follow like Dylan Raiola stuff?
I have seen him say stuff. Yeah, and he gets a lot of
Dude,
hate.
him literally like just copying Patrick Mahomes with like everything is so funny. It's
I don't
kind
have
of
any reason to
crazy
hate
that I'm
him.
older than him now.
I know that's so. All these kids, some of these kids are 6'4"
Exactly. It's
and a year younger
weird, but
than
it's
me. It's
like
like,
it's like, dude, what are you
yeah,
doing? Like you're not cool. Like I get
I
it,
think it's pretty
I get
cool. I
it, you're
mean.
good, but like stop.
I know. But if it works for him, man, do whatever you need to
Yeah,
do
I
to be
mean, hey, you
successful.
beat
I mean,
Colorado, so
that's not much, but
dude,
still.
completely unrelated because this is an NFL video, but like, dude, Colorado is in trouble.
Yeah, they're it's
I'm
not
writing an
good. Well,
article right now for Brown Table about like is Shooter Sanders worth the hype? And
mm-mm.
dude,
The article should just
I
be
don't know.
no.
You guys can all read about it in my article when it comes out, but
Oh, definitely. I'm gonna be looking at that.
yeah, dude, like I don't know. I'm definitely having some mixed opinions now. At first, I thought he was, but I this one's near and dear to my heart. Packers Eagles.
I want to say I'm sorry. I know how the heartbreak you're going through at the end of the game, and knowing that you've got a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks with I don't even know his name,
Malik
Titans player.
Willis, dude.
Couldn't even tell you his
Malik
name. Malik Willis.
Willis.
Yeah,
Malik
I'm
Willis,
I'm
dude.
sorry.
Like we literally
I'm very sorry.
the worst part about that game, in my opinion, the one as a Packers fan too. Literally, the one thing that I did not want to see him do was get sacked. Like
Hmm.
at least throw up a Hail Mary and give the receiver a chance to make a play. Like go a little Mahomey. Get a little
You're
Mahomey
rushing
in there.
three and they get
You
this
can get a little
sack.
Mahomey. It's okay.
Anytime you get anytime you get sacked on a Hail Mary, that's just bad because there's no one there. You're 5-on-3. You should not be touched. But as a D1 Packers hater, I was perfectly fine with the end result. So I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, like don't get me wrong. It was a great game. If we got to lose to a team, I'm happy. It's a competent team like the Eagles. Saquon balled out. All credit to him.
Yeah.
People thought he was washed. Saquon is not washed. I can tell you firsthand, he is good.
I don't understand why would the Giants get rid of him? I know it was money. They probably want out of there,
Well,
but
he probably wanted
put the
out of there
tag on him. You had to keep him.
because, dude, like,
But you're the
because look at
Giants.
where the Giants are right now. Like what do you mean you can't? Like, why would they get rid of him? They have nothing for him. He was tired of getting hurt.
That's true.
You know, he's not.
Money was the
I
only
don't
thing,
even
and
think
they didn't
he's
want to give
injury
him.
prone. I just genuinely think that the Giants are so garbage that they just.
It's a it's a
I'm
it's a
sorry,
hot
Zach,
take.
but like they're really bad.
That's a very
Jake
hot
Howe
take you
too. I'm
made.
sorry, dude, but they Daniel Jones is not the answer. Well,
No.
we'll double back to Panthers Saints because we need to cover that game as well. But like while we're on the topic, like Giants didn't even score a touchdown, and it's not just that
Hmm.
you're playing against Sam Darnold.
That's my thing. Sam Darnold looked like I don't even know. He looked like he was the answer, and he's probably not. He's a good placeholder, good
I
bridge
no,
quarterback.
he's a
Hopefully JJ gets
great.
healthy quick,
I
but
honestly, I'm kind of hoping he turns into like a Ryan Fitzpatrick esque, like just like a great, just a stellar journeyman. I'd love that for him. But if you're going again, I get it. They got Justin Jefferson. I get it. They got Aaron Jones. You know, I get it. They have a competent offensive
great pickup by the
line.
way. Great pickup.
No, like they got it. They got a good team, but like the quarterback's the fundamental part of that. And if your starter can't match up against a backup, like
That's
what are you
rough.
doing? You know,
I
if
mean,
I'm the
and to
Giants, I'm hitting
just
up the Vikings and trying to get Sam Darnold.
yeah, and keep on the Giants. I don't like them. Those uniforms might be the worst things I've ever seen.
It was an
I
interesting
I, I
choice.
despise those.
I don't know. I'm
First of
going to be
all,
honest with you. I was watching Red Zone and they did not cover much of the Giants side of that game. So,
that's
you know,
makes
because they
sense.
were not
But
in the red zone. So,
those uniforms, first of all, jerseys look like they're the Canadians. Pants look like they're not even wearing pants because they're tan. And
the Giants
it's
were in every way
disgusting.
on the field disgustingly terrible.
Yeah, and it's disgusting that they put red in the winged helmet. I'll never get over that, and I'll never like the Giants ever again.
Yeah, you definitely got to hold something like this over them. You know, like I know people are like Venmo requesting Daniel Jones right now, asking for like their players and stuff back. Like it's
God,
pretty funny. I can't lie. Like I'm here for Daniel Jones' sake just
I
as much as
feel
Patrick Mahomes.
I know. I
I
do feel bad for him.
Panthers. Bryce Young, what are you doing, dude?
When do we classify him as a bust? That's my thing. When does he fall into the category of bust? I know he's only had one year, but it's a rough look. Rough look for being
Yeah,
first.
I don't know. I feel like you fall into the category of. I'm sorry, there's a street right next to me. I feel like you fall into the
All good.
category
All
of
good.
bust when like I don't know. It's like you're the problem. You know, it's like how in a relationship. You know, because that's all these things really are is relationships. You know, and it's
They
going well,
are.
it's not
Yeah,
going
it's
well. It's
true.
all about the chemistry. Like once it's either shown or not shown that Bryce Young is the problem, then he's a bust. But personally, right now, their offensive line, nothing. Their receiving core, Xavier Leggett, you know, like they
Hmm.
don't really have much.
Deontay Johnson was their answer.
They
Not a good
don't have
answer.
much
Deontay
around Young
Johnson, not a good answer.
to like
No.
solidify that he's the problem yet. So I don't think you can label him a bust yet.
That's good take. And another thing, I saw this quickly was Derek Carr trash talk. I mean, how do you recover from that? Saying I put three touchdowns on your
Derek Carr
back,
trash talk is
that's something
it's
else.
a pretty high bar to jump.
That's I don't know how you recover from that.
If
Been giving up 40
Derek
plus
Carr
points to
is
the
out there
Saints.
roasting you, I don't know. That's bad. I
I know
here's
that was
I got a
tough
little
luck.
bit of a upset for you. Patriots Bengals.
That was, you know what? Now that Brady's gone, now that Belichick's gone, I don't mind the Patriots. I don't mind them anymore. Now that there's no dynasty, I don't really have a reason to hate on them. So I wasn't really upset that the Bengals lost. Plus, is Burrow even healthy? Burrow did not look himself. He did not look fully
I
healthy.
mean, his hair color did change. It's a choice. It's a
Yeah,
choice.
not
He's
good.
making his
It's a
choices.
choice.
He's making his choices
Yeah.
and sticking with them. And if his choice is to not move the football forward, then like you know that's him. I will
Hopefully
say they
Jamar
did
picks
have that
up.
one touchdown that got called back that I definitely like thought was a catch.
Yeah.
Where I
That
was kind of
was
like really like
that's NFL. It happens.
yeah. Same thing happened to Likely. So
Exactly. And Jamar did all this holding out to kind of drop the ball. So It seems
Yeah,
to
I
be a
mean,
pattern. If you
I've
hold
said it
out,
once, I'll say it again. The two things that don't lie are the numbers and the tape.
hmm
And the fact
seems
of
to
the
be a
matter is
pattern.
that the Patriots, both on film and in the box score and their score sheet, just totally outperformed the Bengals. Like
Yeah,
in every
and
single regard, in every single way they could. Like the stats really tell that story of that game. A little bit of a surprising one, Steelers Falcons. I definitely thought the Falcons were going to win that one.
there was a lot of hype for the Falcons, and just they undersold a lot. I mean, it could be that they're still got to gel together. The first game together, all these new pieces, especially a new quarterback, new system. It's going to take some getting used to, but they looked they looked poor. Still, they got some time, but
The one thing that I do kind of want to
you're
like
playing
note
again.
though, what's up?
I was gonna say you're playing against the NFL, the Iowa of the NFL. Steelers just looked like Iowa out there. Kickers their MVP, defense keeping them in the game, no offense.
Yeah, I mean,
That's what they looked
I
like.
was expecting a lot more from Fields than what he showed. I will note that the Falcons' one touchdown, I believe, was Kyle Pitts. So good for him, actually, getting targeted.
Good for him.
It,
2 years
it's,
in a row
it's
drafting
like
him.
this crazy thought that maybe if a guy is picked fourth overall, you should utilize him.
Yeah,
Like,
it's a good choice.
I understand that that might be like a revolutionary thought, but it
You should be a head
might be a
coach.
little
You should be a
hopeful.
head coach.
I don't know.
Another thing,
I definitely wouldn't have picked Michael Penix if I was calling the shots.
yeah, that wasn't. We don't talk about that one. Another thing I noticed, Bijan just didn't look the same. He looked like he's struggling.
Yeah, and I don't know if that's him or that's that offensive line. Because did they still have Lidstrom or no?
I feel like I think he's still there. I mean, if he's not, it showed. So let me
Yeah, I mean,
see.
if he's not, like that's literally their only, I think, notable player on that offensive line.
Yeah, he's still there. He's still there.
You still there?
Still, he is still there, but that it didn't seem to do much.
Yeah, I
Did
mean,
not seem to do much.
one guy can make a difference when it's a skill position, but when
hmm
it's an entire unit that needs to work together, like their offensive line definitely showed their struggles. I feel like
hmm
Texans Colts offensive that quarterback masterclass, I might say.
I gotta say, I like Anthony Richardson for comeback player of the year. And he looked electric. He looked good.
No, dude.
So
Anthony Richardson since college. I remember freshman year, I told my roommate, he was like, "Should I take the over on Anthony Richardson?" And I was like, "This guy is like going to be a dog."
hmm
And
he's like
I guarantee you, he remembers that conversation.
he's 21st century Cam Newton. I think he's more athletic, better arm. Obviously not as big, but
Oh,
he's
dude,
still pretty
he
big.
sneezes and throws a ball 60 yards. It's scary.
Yeah.
He
I
just
hate to do this, but
gone.
he's who everyone thought Joe Milton was going to be. And I love Joe Milton. I hope he flourishes in New England, but he's who Joe Milton
Dude, this is
should
crazy
have
off
been.
topic, but I have Joe Milton on Snap for some reason. He has me added back, and I still have
That's
no idea
that's
why. I still have
that's
absolutely
impressive.
no idea why. Like I got a story of him like I'll just randomly see a story of him like driving through like Boston with his girl and like a dog in the car, and I'm like, well, there's Joe Milton. Like
That's impressive. You know
there's
what? I can't say
friends only Snap like for some reason.
I can't say I have an NFL player on Snap. So you got me on
Got
that
a
one.
ring though, so like
Yeah,
you got your stories. You got
that's
your stories.
okay.
I got mine.
Yeah. Take that one to the grave. That's pretty sick.
All right, we done with Texans Colts. You got anything more you want to say?
My thing is the Stroud Nico Collins connection is just so funny. The Michigan to OSU duo. It's just I
Oh
love it.
yeah,
I love
oh
it
yeah.
because I hated Stroud in college, but I love Stroud now that he's out of OSU. I love him. What he stands for, how he plays, just the way he talks, the way he acts. Like he's just I love him. I love him.
No, I'm gonna make a video about this at some point too. I was talking about it earlier with Zach. Um,
Mhm.
Dude, it's actually kind of crazy how DJ Uyunglele and CJ Stroud like totally switched destinies with the Elite
Mhm.
11. Like, do you know about this or
It's
no?
I know very basic. I know Stroud snuck in and then just dominated. And
Yeah,
of course
Stroud was
DJ's
like
the
a three
big.
star, like 3 star, two
Mhm.
star, and he was the 12th man in the Elite 11, right? He was like on the bubble, like borderline.
Yeah.
And DJ Uyunglele hits them up and he's like, "Yo, I want to try and win a state championship with my high school team and my high school boys, so I can't compete in Elite 11." And then they go and they hit up Stroud and they're like, "Yo, like DJ dropped, like you got the cut." And then there's a video in that video, like I'll see if I can find it and link it in the description. But if I can't, you can probably go look it up. He like it's like an iPhone recording of him like running up to his mom and he's like, "Mom, like I got the call. Like I'm going to Dallas to compete in the Elite 11 championships." And dude is like 17.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah, but then he goes and he competes in this like precision accuracy drill. I'm forgetting what it's called, but it's like the main thing that the Elite 11 is known for. That and the Elite 11 game, like the prospect game. And
Yeah.
Stroud put up the record highest score that you like could possibly get for this. And like he still holds the
Is
record, and like from there it was like, okay, like this guy's a dog. And now and then he immediately got rated a 5 star. Goes to OSU, is probably the most accurate quarterback Ohio State has ever had. Easily
mhm.
the most notable Ohio State quarterback, even though he never beat Michigan. He doesn't have the accolades, but he has all the talent.
That always puts a smile on my face.
Yeah,
I
I strongly dislike
watch
OSU with a burning passion, but you know
watching him.
I have nothing but respect for Stroud.
Oh my God, watching him on the field is unworldly. It is just it's mind-boggling how pure of a passer he is, and just the decisions he makes. And then going to watch Kyle McCord, so different.
No, dude,
And
I,
you're
I
like, man,
love Stroud's touch passes. The way that he's able
they're
to put just like
beautiful.
that extra little bit amount of juice on a ball and just
Hmm.
like, put it exactly where it needs to go is just like beautiful. It's beautiful. I
And then
need to use
you
hand
throw
expressions
Nico.
with it because that's literally as like when you're scouting a quarterback, that's like the number one thing that you look for. Like, can he put
Hmm.
the ball where it needs to go? And Stroud does that like masterly every time.
Throw Nico Collins in there, who was severely underutilized in college, and it shows.
Hmm.
And you can see what that does. Adding Steph Diggs, man, I don't know who's going to stop them.
I mean, Tank Dell
I
too.
think, yeah, I think Stroud will lead them to at least the AFC Championship game. I think they're just too young and don't have enough playoff experience.
I think they need the playoff experience, and I also think Derek Stingley really needs to take a step up this year.
Yeah,
He's not in college at LSU anymore. Like he needs to
he's
step up.
flown under the radar so much.
'Cause he needs to step up like Sauce Gardner has. He need historically the Texans have run more of a Tampa defense, which is more difficult for him to like excel in
I mean,
because
especially with
he's very much
with
so a man coverage corner. So when they're forcing him into all these like false zones, it's just not the kind of player that he is. But even then, I'd love to see him be able to like step above that and really just elevate his game and just ball out this year.
I think having another year D'Amico Ryans is going to help because he's a defensive genius. And when you have a player like that, you're going to put him in a position to be successful, just like they did with Sauce. And maybe they shift their entire defense around because you have a player that talent and that caliber, you got to let him shine, even if it means changing it up a little.
Dude, I also just want to take a note, like a real quick note. I'm having so much fun having this conversation right now. I don't know about you, but
This is good.
I
I like
love
this.
sports so much, dude. I love talking sports so much.
Oh, just wait till we get to the Chargers game and then the Lions game.
Dude,
Man, I can't wait for
wait until
those.
more people start hopping on these calls.
I know.
Wait until it's not me and one other person. We could actually like have different opinions and a different discussion. It'd be pretty fun. But let's move on. Bills Cardinals.
Big question. Are they missing Steph Diggs?
Very true.
I think they are, and it showed. And I think Josh Allen is going to feel the brunt of Diggs being missed. He's going to take too many hits. He's going to make one too many plays, and it's gonna backfire. And
I'm
I think
nervous
I
for this
love.
injury.
Me too, because he's my quarterback on fantasy, so I want him to stay
Of course, of
healthy.
course.
But I think I was big on the Keon Coleman hype. I think he's going to be really good.
No,
I think
as
he's
somebody that
young.
watched him live, Keanu is an absolute
Hmm.
dog. I had a friend that took
Yeah.
a one of my friends took a test with him. Like
For
my
him or with
freshman
him?
year, one of my friends like took a test with him in class. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be. I think he might have a couple breakout games. I don't. I think they're so. Allen's so like he needs to make all the plays. I don't think he's gonna Like, I don't think it's going to be successful this year.
Well, I don't know.
I
I
think
feel
they're
like
going to be a
when you look at the most excluding the one team that doesn't do this is the Chiefs, but well, but they have Patrick Mahomes, so they can get away with it. The thing that
yeah. I know.
separates a lot of teams is the depth of their receiving core, and not just the depth, but like what they have their receivers doing. Like you want to look at the Lions. The Lions have literally no receiver depth. We're from Michigan, so of course I'm going to talk about the Lions. Um,
Hmm.
they have no receiver depth. But when you look at Jamison Williams being a speed guy and Amon Ra and Sam Laporta being able to be like utility third down catch guys, like, you need to blanket them because they're good route runners and they can get open. Laporta doubles block just like super well, just like an absolute dog. And then Jamison Williams is your speed guy. And then who else do you have? Like Khalif Rain. It doesn't really matter when you get to that point because you've also got Gibbs you can utilize in the passing game too. And it's not just that you have so many guys that can that catch the ball. It's that you have so many guys that do so many different things with the ball. Like you can have play. And the reason that I bring all that up is because the Bills don't really have that right now.
Mm-mm.
They've
It's all
got,
Josh Allen. Everything goes through Josh Allen.
I don't know. They've got Cook, who's middle. I would say middle of the pack running back. Maybe not for fantasy, but in terms of like actual production. And then
No, he's good.
yeah, he's a solid guy that you can use. They got Keon, so feed him, see what he can do, and then Dalton Kincaid is
Kincaid
very
and
good.
yeah, it's him and God, I can't remember his name.
I don't know. Either
I
way,
can't. I don't know
they
his
don't
name.
have a lot of guys that can catch and run. They don't have a lot of yak guys. Like I wouldn't say that
They
Keon is a
don't
yak
because
guy. I think he's more
Keon's
of a 50-50 guy.
no, he's a 50-50 ball.
Exactly. Like you're not gonna throw Keon Coleman like a slant and then like just let him go. He's not gonna break tackles. He's I believe like 6'3". He's gonna jump up and get the
Hmm.
ball. All right, what game
He's
do I have?
6'4". It's a little taller.
6'4"?
I have a hot take with the Bills, but it's got to come up after the Monday night talk. So I'll save that.
Yeah, save it for some predictions videos. Bears Titans.
Man, that was a bad watch. Very
This
bad
this game
watch.
personally makes me angry because of how arrogant Bears fans are getting.
Yep, one
I
week, one win.
I will say I'm a Packers fan, so I'm obviously biased, but in the least biased way possible because I'm trying to come at this like totally
Hmm.
unbiased, totally middle of the ground. The Bears did not win that game. The Titans lost it,
Yeah,
and what I
yeah.
mean by that is
My
the Bears did not play good. All right,
They played
people
horrible.
want
They
to
didn't
say
even
be
play
scared
good.
of that defense. They made defensive additions, but like their defense is not a top five defense in the league. Their defense is not the highest scoring fantasy defense. All right, you're not.
Mm-mm.
I I don't know. The Titans played so tremendously bad. Like it wouldn't surprise me if they told Will Levis to just like leave his things in his hotel room because that interception might be one of the worst interceptions I've ever seen.
You know what? The photo of the year came out of it. Him on his knees mid play.
Is this a familiar
That I
like
mean,
pose for you? You think?
nope, nope. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. Damn, I cut
Go
a
green,
string.
baby.
Photo of the year. It is got to be one of the photos of the year. It's turned into probably meme of the year. And man,
No, dude, that low taper fade meme is meme of the year. It's still massive. It is still massive, dude.
that
Like
was a
everybody's
good
still
one. That was a good
referencing
one.
it.
That was a good
No,
one.
let's move on from this game though because I don't really want to talk about it. Sorry, Titans fans.
Just
Sorry, Bears
no
fans.
one quick thing.
Sure, go ahead.
Is Caleb gonna live up to the hype? Because it's a horrible first game. I know he's a rookie, but
You know
got
what,
too much hype around him.
Caleb? If you really want to get down to it, I think the thing that you were looking for isn't like not a no mistake game, but like a no big mistake game. Because like every rookie's gonna have hiccups. Nobody's gonna really like come into the league
Yeah,
and be absolutely ready to dominate. But Caleb didn't
CJ
throw a pick.
Stroud.
Didn't throw a pick. Didn't fumble the ball. Like was his completion percentage all that? No. Did he throw any touchdowns? No. But
No,
you didn't throw
that's
any
a
picks.
good way to look at that. I came at it from a different angle, but that's what sports are about.
No, like, and that's totally like the point of all this too. Like it's just talk. All right, Jags Dolphins. This game was a heartbreaker for some people. Personally, I thought the Dolphins were going to win it by more.
Would have been
Tyreek, though, poor
Dolphins.
Tyreek.
You know what? Celebration of the year came out of that. So great celebration. I think. I think he's gonna be just even better. I think he this year is the year he breaks 2,000 yards receiving.
I'd
I
love
think
to see
he's
it.
on a mission, especially after all the BS he went through. And I think he's the only one that could do it. I don't know who else could even
No, I'm
possibly get that
100% with
close.
you. He is literally the best receiver in the league, and I don't think it's up for debate.
Hmm.
You know, like I can't think of a guy because when you talk about like receiver tools, right? Tyreek is a guy that can do like he's so fast that he can do anything.
Hmm.
He's literally cheetah. Great
And he can
great
go
fantasy pick
50-50
on my
too.
end. I'm so happy about that. But like,
Didn't get him. Didn't get him. I was mad about that.
hate to see it. Hate to see it.
But I mean,
What?
he checks every box.
Exactly. He
He
does
checks every
everything that you need him
box.
to do. I was seeing a video that was like comparing like quarterbacks of now versus quarterbacks from like we were kids. And I can't remember who they compared Tua to, but they were like, bro just gets like carried by everybody. And I was just kind of like, really? Like, no, he doesn't. Like not really.
He's got a good offense, but they got
He's
to
got a
win.
good
They got to win
offense.
when it
They don't have the
matters.
best offensive line in the world. He's got to make plays
No,
sometimes. He's got to put the ball there.
they got to prove they can win in the postseason. It's a lot of teams like that, but Miami's a big one.
You want to move on to Broncos Seahawks?
I mean, quickly, yeah. Here's a big question for us: K9 over Corum? You taking K9 over Corum?
I took K9 every day of the week over Corum.
I think it's a little early comparison now. It's Corum's first game, but man, I hate saying it, but K9 looks really good, and I think he's a franchise running back.
You mean wait, Corum? Corum plays on the Rams.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's a tough comparison because Corum's been on barely got the ball. I don't even think he got on the field. And
Yeah, I was about to say I don't think he took a
K9's,
snap.
and I didn't see it, which sucked. I love Corum with all my heart, but K9 looks like the Seahawks franchise back.
No, K9. Even when watching him, here, like he's such a dog.
He's
He
good.
is
I
he is
I
such
hated
he
him.
is such a guy. I think he is what people want Derrick Henry to be.
Hmm.
Because like he looks for contact. He will bulldoze you. He will make you like thank him after tackling you.
And he's not big, but he runs like he's big, and he's fast,
No, dude.
very fast.
I personally like comparing him a lot to Donovan in the way that he runs. He doesn't run big, but he runs hard.
Hmm.
Like he
I think it's
runs
a good
with
comparison
passion.
too.
Yeah, no. I thought Bo Nix played pretty good. I'm kind of trying to move this along because I got a
Yeah,
notification.
I know. I just see it
Clock is
too.
calling. Um,
There's not much from that game.
no, I thought Bo Nix played competently. Not good, not bad. He's 23, so like of course there's a little bit more of an expectation for him than for Caleb. But I don't know. I don't have really much of a take from that game besides the Seahawks definitely earned the win. Raiders Chargers. I'm just gonna let you talk about this one because Jim's your
Oh
guy.
man, Jim's my guy. He looked good. Dobbins, don't like him because he's a Buckeye, but he also looked good. Ran good. Other than the fact that he runs like he's got shot in the leg, which is
Well, he
definitely from
kind of
his
has
injury. I know, which is true, but man,
on like multiple
100,
occasions. He is very injured.
153 it on your first game back for torn ACL. That's impressive, and you deserve your flowers. I think Harbaugh's philosophy is going to take a little more time to work effectively. You're playing the Raiders; they're okay, but Joe Alt is him,
Oh my
him.
God, dude. Joe Alt is insane. Not letting Max Crosby get a single pressure. What's the nickname they
11
gave him?
rushes, Control Alt Delete.
Yeah, Joe Alt Delete.
So
That is
good. Or
hard.
Joe Alt Delete. That's
Joe
so
Alt
good.
Delete.
Yeah. I'm in love with Joe Alt. I don't like these from Notre Dame, but I knew when he got drafted, he just has the build, the moxie, just the he presents himself. Oh, I'm pretty plain, but I'm gonna be a 15-year veteran Hall of Fame lineman.
No,
That's
like
just what he gives
literally,
off.
week one, he proved why they took him over Malik Neighbors.
Hmm. Oh yeah.
Like instantly.
And yeah, he's just gonna get better and better
All
because
right,
he's already this young and looks this good.
Commanders Bucks. I don't really think there's much to talk about here. Jaden Daniels looked good, but the Buccaneers were the clear winners of the game.
Hmm.
But Jaden
Bucks
Daniels,
can be
solid
dangerous.
outing. I'd like to see him throw the ball more to Terry, but he rushed
I
one
just
in.
think dangerous. I just think Bucks are dangerous. Baker's again on a mission, still got something to prove. So I think Bucks are a sneaky team in the playoffs,
Oh no,
and I think they're going to
100%.
win the
I'm
division
scared of
again.
Baker, dude.
It's
I'm
going to
so
be a good
scared of
game
Baker
next week.
Mayfield and all that he can do. Cowboys Browns.
Hop on the hype train. Hop on the hype train until the playoffs. That's all I can say. I think Dak's going to regress though. You get your contract. You're not playing for your contract anymore. I think he's going to get too comfortable and he's going to regress.
I don't know. I'm. It saddens me to see Deshaun Watson go.
Mm.
I loved him as
It
a
sucks.
quarterback, but his off the field issues got to him.
You hate to see it.
Definitely sucks, but it's also like, man, like you had one job,
Got to control the controllables.
You had
You
one
control the
job.
controllables, and that's a controllable.
You had to think with the top, with the cranium.
Hmm.
You know, you couldn't threw it away. You threw away
You
like
didn't. You threw it away.
millions of kids' dream. You threw it away.
Threw it away, but also made a lot of money from doing it. So whatever. Good for
The
him.
Browns are so stupid for giving him that money fully guaranteed.
I don't
You
yet know
remember
how
when
that
they
is
signed
possible.
Odell like 4 years ago, like 4 or 5 years, longer
Yeah,
than that, probably
they've
like
done a
6 years
lot.
ago now.
Yeah,
Like they
no,
signed
that
him, and
wasn't a bad
everybody was like, "Oh
signing.
my god!" Like the Browns are going to be so good. Jarvis Landry, Odell, and Baker.
Look what that got them. Got them a playoff win, so I think that's a success.
I don't know. I think when you sign that kind of team, you're kind of going for a Super Bowl. But what do I
Just
know?
like the Lions, you got to take one step at a time, and they've
Yeah,
taken
no,
that one step and a lot of
they're
steps
definitely
back.
in those.
Hmm.
They had the right people in the right places, but they did it too quickly.
Yeah.
All right, Lions Rams.
Who don't get me started? All of a sudden, big fan of the OT rules worked in our favor finally. And he just, that meme where it's run through an MFer's face? It's exactly what they did. And man, I love me some hard nosed, gritty football. That's all you can ask for.
I love some Smash Mouth personally.
Hmm.
Like, that was awesome to see that, and then also loved seeing JMO get active.
It's a little concerning. He took over against Amon Ra. Like Amon Ra did not get his receptions, didn't get his
Yeah,
yards.
but if you're double teaming him and Sam Laporta, it was nice to see him be able to step up in one on one and be like, don't like if they're covering, like our offense is still a problem.
Yeah, if JMO keeps this up, Lions are going to be even more dangerous than they already are.
Exactly. I'd
And
love
that
to talk
makes me
about this
happy.
game more, but we got to keep it moving.
I know, you're
49ers
good.
Jets. Let's break it down.
First of all, Moody for MVP. That's all I can say. Won me a fantasy league.
Fair enough. I don't know. It was nice to see Aaron Rodgers play more than a drive.
Hmm.
He definitely showed that he still. I think he showed that he still got it. I think that there were a lot. The game was told by the receiver drops, not the quarterback incompletions on the Jets side. And the Niners, I'd love to see them get better in the red zone. But other than that, they looked good. Besides that Ayuk drop,
Yeah, another example of holding out, wasting reps, and it showed. Showed in the game.
my timer's showing we still got like a minute and a half. So you want to go back to Lions Rams, break it down a little bit more?
I think so. My main thing was Stafford seems like he's done more for the Lions since he left. And he just doesn't he obviously he's happy he won a Super Bowl. He did not look happy losing to the Lions. And you can see it.
I think it's funny that Stafford is yet to beat the Lions.
No, he did. He beat him in 21, I think when they won the Super 20. They beat him in 21, but we were bad. So he's one and two. But
Oh, right, because it
they
was
did.
there. It
Yeah.
was there. It was there. It was there.
It
Right,
was yeah.
right. It was there.
But that's so long ago, doesn't even not even important anymore. I think the Lions the defense looked really good. Branch needs to step up a little more. Kirby Joseph played really good. Taylor Arnold, I think, is gonna be a lockdown cornerback one for a while.
I think he
When
needs
Cooper
to
Cup
work on
came in
his
like year
hands,
one of
work on his hand
those,
placement.
he does.
He's got to
But
get
I
a
think
little
he's
bit
got the
less
feet, and I
aggressive.
think
He's
he's
not
got
playing against college kids anymore. These are grown men.
hmm and I think he's going to need a couple games to adjust to that. That's just what it is being a rookie. But I think he's going to be very good.
All right. You got anything else you want to add about any games?
Lions the Super Bowl, baby.
Super Bowl bound. I got it locked in too. I'm hosting a mock draft tomorrow. The Lions have pick 32.
I'll love to hear that. Come
Yes, sir.
aboard this hype train of the Detroit Lions.
All right. Thank you guys so much for sitting down at the brown table. Hope you enjoyed our little discussion. Please like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. You can follow our socials and brown table signing off.
See ya.